I'm on my way to camp at Crooked River State Park in St. Mary's, Georgia, and I am with my daughter Jenny this time. Tracy and I just returned from a trip to Texas last week, and she is tired and wanted to sit this one out. St. Mary's is home to Kings Bay Naval Base, which is a nuclear sub base, and we stopped by to see this replica out at the entrance to the base. St. Mary's is located at the intersection of the Intercoastal Waterway and the St. Mary's River, and immediately across the waterway is Cumberland Island National Park. Cumberland Island is accessible only by water, but the National Park Service does operate a ferry that makes several trips a day. There's not much to downtown St. Mary's, but it is a quaint little town. There are some antique shops and some art galleries and a few nice restaurants. And for you submariners out there, there's actually a St. Mary's Submarine Museum. But it was closed the day we were there, so we didn't get to go inside. The National Park Service also operates a museum, and it was also closed. However, it was under renovation, and there were some workers inside that had left the door ajar, so Jenny and I just helped ourselves and went in and looked around for a few minutes. I was pretty sure we were breaking some federal laws, so we didn't stay long and we got the heck out of there. I know it looks sunny in this video, but it was windy and it was exceptionally cold, so we popped into this restaurant to have lunch and get in out of the elements. And for those of you contemplating camping at Crooked River State Park, there's plenty of shopping nearby, so if you need your Starbucks fix or you need to pick up something from Walmart, it's only a few miles from the park. After a short drive from the entrance, you'll enter the parking lot for the office, where you will stop and register for the campground. Inside the office, there's a nice little store, but they don't have much in the way of food, maybe some snacks. It was mainly a gift shop with books about the area and also some t-shirts and sweatshirts and the usual souvenirs. After getting the camper set up at the campsite, we made the short walk over to the nature center. What do we got in here?
Tortoise.
There's a couple of them.
Oh, he's real.
Oh, yeah.
That scared me.
These are all real.
Oh my gosh. He's scared.
Got some snakes in there, in that little container. If you like wildlife, you definitely need to make a stop at the Nature Center and check out the reptiles, the mammals, and the insects that inhabit this part of the state of Georgia. The next stop on our walking tour of the park was the Bait and Tackle Shop. This is located adjacent to the public boat ramp, and there's also a dock. And this little shop was quite well stocked. It had live bait and dead bait, and also a lot of fishing tackle inside.
Is that boat ramp out there, the parking ever get filled up on the weekends?
Oh yeah.
Does it?
Yep. On Memorial Day and 4th of July,
Yeah.
that whole place is full. We got all of this over here and the grass full.
Really?
Boat trailers, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Crooked River State Park encompasses about 500 acres and has miles of hiking trails. This particular one runs between the Nature Center and the campground. There's a great little park here for the little ones. There are also 3 structures available for rent. This particular one was open air. This one was enclosed with air conditioning, and they had a very nice one overlooking the water that looked like this would be a perfect location for a wedding reception. There's also a 18-hole miniature golf course, and you can rent the clubs and the balls at the office. The campground has 62 RV sites, and there are also 2 bathhouses. The entrance road comes to a stop sign where you can turn left or right. If you turn left, you'll begin to go around the northern loop, and if you turn right, you'll go around the southern loop. The thing that stood out to me most about this campground was the size of the sites. Now, some of them, like Site 3 we just drove by, are normal size, but look at Site 4. That site is large enough to probably park 5 diesel pushers end to end. And you'll notice as we drive through that a lot of the sites are that way. Now, the section that I referred to as the North Loop, that's the one that we're driving around right now, didn't seem to have as many trees as the Southern Loop, but it had very, very large sites. Approximately half of the sites are full hookup, and not in any particular order. When you go on the Georgia State Park camp reservation site, you'll see by each listing if it has the sewer hookup. But of course, each site has 30 and 50 amp electrical and also water. There is a convenient dump station located as you exit the park. As we make our way around the northern loop, if you'll look beyond where the campers are sitting, you'll see a building that is the bathhouse. And it's not a very far walk from any of these campsites. I think the wide angle from the GoPro camera makes it look a little deceiving. All right, now we're going to go through the south loop. You'll notice in the background is Crooked River. Several of the sites, of course, have water view. Take a look at this site here. Look how long that is. Really can't get over how large many of these sites are. All right, this is a dead-end road, and there's a pull-through on both sides of the road. So if you like to be somewhere where there's not a lot of traffic, I would suggest one of these 2 sites, either 42 or 43. All right, now I'm going to take you through the southern loop and show you the campsites on the outside of the loop. As we're driving through the campground, if you see a site that looks interesting, then just hit the pause button and take a closer look. For those of you RVers that like to work camp, these are both really large, nice host sites, host site A and B, as you enter the park. They are also both full hookup sites. And for all of you nature lovers, those blue boxes on the right are the bear and raccoon attractors. If you're following along on a map of the campground, we are on the main road, approaching the stop sign. Here we're passing a little hiking trail that goes over to the cabins. Now we're turning right at the stop sign. We're going to make another trip through the South Loop and show you the sites on the inside of the loop. If you'll take a look at the couple here in Site 40, you see the wife is all wrapped up in a blanket and the husband was installing a heated garden hose. It was expected to get down in the mid to low 20s tonight, and so everybody was preparing. If you are enjoying this video and getting some value out of it, I'd appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. It gives me the encouragement to keep making these. And once again, we're on the South Loop. And these are campsites that are on the inside of the loop. That's the other bathhouse for this particular loop. I don't mean to sound like a broken record, and I know I keep talking about how large many of these sites are, but take a look at 57. There's a truck, there's a fifth wheel, there's a golf cart, a boat, and another truck. All right, now we're back on the main road. We've turned left now onto the North Loop, and you're seeing the sites that are on the outside of the loop. And again, I would point out that these sites we're driving past right now, they all have a beautiful view of the river. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tour of Crooked River State Park Campground. This is a great site for people that live in Northeast Florida. This particular park is only about 52 miles from our home in Jacksonville, so can easily get there in just a little over an hour. And for people traveling north or south on Interstate 95, Crooked River is about 8 miles from the interstate and about a 10 to 15 minute drive depending on traffic. Tracy and I want to thank you for coming along on our journey, and if you'd like to see more of our adventures, click on one of the links here.